All
Alrighty,
right,
ready when
welcome
you are.
back.
Yay.
Welcome back, everyone, to session 2 of Embers of the Titans. Glad you all could make it. Glad you could make it, Bookworm. We left off right before jumping into combat, so this is going to be interesting. We're gonna take it one step at a time. I do run kind of a homebrew combat thing, so we'll just kind of try and ease ourselves in here. Where we left off, you guys were just approaching uh, a caravan that had holed up in their like sort of enclosed wagons as these monsters of mire descended upon it. We had one that was this great, gooey, dark, oily puddle of these dark oozing hands crawling in this mess. The second is a huge uh, creature that is made of these combined undead Ongamane skeletons with three different skulls forming its jaws and bits of strips of pale flesh, flushed vaguely blue, clinging still to the bone, and
How did you make a Cerberus so much worse?
it's my specialty. Um, and the third is Airborne. It's an undead furbolg. Which is a little sort of a cow-esque person usually, except half of his jaw's decayed, and he's got this ghostly pale face haunted by this creeping blush of eldritch blue with sprouted antlers of mire and these great spreading butterfly wings of oily
Yummo.
black mire. Uh, so as they all descend, I would like you all to roll initiative. You can
Oh,
find that.
and
Yes?
sorry, I'll let you do your thing first. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. This sounds
No,
like
it's okay.
well,
Go ahead.
I cast bless on when we left. Right, the last thing I did was I cast bless on Wren and Temmerlinck and and Pick, and Temmerlinck had cast guidance. We hadn't decided whom to cast it on yet.
Uh, I I'm casting guidance on Mariel, I believe.
Yes,
I believe Mariel can use it.
yes, awesome sauce.
Do you want to really quickly say what bless does?
Yeah, sure. So it says you bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within range. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and the number rolled to the attack.
Okay, so it's
saving throw.
attacks and saving throws. Got it. Got it. Got it.
And it's only a spell. It's only doing it for first level slot because 2/1 it would be you can do one other additional creature.
Right. Okay. And here's what I'd like you all to do. I'd like you all to roll initiative by clicking at the top of your sheet in the middle there. I'd like you all to roll initiative. Oh, whoa! Pick.
Natural 20. Is it be anything special for that?
He goes first. That's what he gets. Okay, let me see. We've got looks like an 8 for Kai. We've got a 12 here for Mariel and Temmerlinck. You got a 16. Very nice. But before you guys, as you sort of prepare and you go into that kind of superhero thing where you all draw your weapons and you stand in a line, right? But before combat begins, a stranger approaches. Somebody leaps from the shadows. Zack, would you like to describe your character?
Yeah, I'm early middle-aged turtle, like
Yes.
I'm a dark forest green. I've got like a mottled cloak on that's brown and a little bit of gray, and that's all I got for my description.
Hey, go for that. That
Mhm.
works great. I put you right on the spot because sometimes that's just what happens. Um, and Ordeith, if you would care to roll initiative as well.
So I know there's like the dice roller on the left-hand side. Is that how I'm rolling a d20 for
That will be to roll initiative. You can just go to your sheet, and if you click on
which
initiative in the top middle, then it
remind
will
me remind me how I open my sheet.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, in the top right, you see those little buttons. It's third button over.
Hmm. Okay.
Uh, looks a little bit like a journal or a book. It should be under characters. If you click on that, you should
Right.
see Ordeith Matura.
Oh, and it's like a separate. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I just click on initiative.
Yep, you got it.
Nice. Okay,
You're going
cool.
last. Which you showed up at the last minute, so honestly, narrative.
Right.
It's
And
totally that. Now I just need to roll initiative here. Let's see.
I
Can I
did.
ask a question about guidance?
Oh, go ahead.
I just got that. It says added. You can add a D4 and add the total roll to one ability check if it's choice. When do I do that?
Sorry, one more time. Oh, you can go
Well-
ahead if you know Temmerlinck.
at some point in the next minute, it's a concentration spell.
Mhm.
You touch one willing creature once before the spell ends. Target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to one ability check of its choice. You
Right.
roll the die or after the ability check.
Is it just ability checks, or does it also apply to attacks?
It does not apply to attacks, it's just ability checks.
Gotcha. Which honestly, in my little homebrew combat system, actually is super useful. Because we got to get into that in just a second. I'm just going to roll initiative for the monsters here. They do have names, which, in universe, I don't know if you'd know them, but for convenience's sake, we've got Puddle of Hands, we've got Shepherd's Bane, which has got a 9. I should have been noting the numbers as I was going. Yeah.
They're right there.
Yeah, they're right there. You're right. Okay, a Shepherd's Bane, and then welcome to D&D Combat, everyone. This is kind of the pace of it. Oh, 14 for the winged larva. That's
Here
bad for you
comes the
guys.
math. Do-do-do-do.
Okay, here comes the math. Okay, so that beats Mariel, which is
Uh-oh.
great because you're the one with those nasty wings you wanted so bad. So,
Hey. Is there any skill check that would affect my armor class at all?
Within the context of my homebrew magic system, excuse me, not magic system, that would be even more nightmarish. No, homebrew combat system, yes. Let's see who's going first. Okay, Pick, you're going first.
Yeah, really
So,
quick question about your combat system. It's listed at the bottom of Roll20, but it's off the screen, and text is overlaid on top of itself.
oh, does it not scroll down for you guys?
Oh, it scrolls down, but not that far to the left. It's off the screen to the sides.
Oh,
So I
Interesting.
zoomed out a little bit and I was able to kind of pan around until I could see the whole thing. I think I can see all of that.
There is no amount of panning that makes it possible for me.
interesting. So I'll tell you what we'll do. To remedy this in as efficient manner as possible, I'm just gonna slap this in general chat in Discord. And I'll come up with a better solution when there's when there's more time for me to start fiddling around with stuff.
Okay, we got most of it on screen.
In most of the rules, I'm gonna walk you through it anyway.
Yeah.
So the essence of my little homebrew sort of twist on
It's a little
combat,
different than last time I did it with you, right?
it's always a little different. I'm always trying to make it a little better. Okay. So the way it works is it's basically a way to introduce a little more RP and a little more narrative into combat. Each turn takes a little longer. Overall combat encounters tend to go a little shorter because there's not as many rounds usually. It's been a minute since I've run it, so we'll see how this goes with a full roster. The idea is called stunt combat, and basically before you make an attack, you get to make it a skill check called a stunt. You get to pick one skill. You can pick any skill, you just can't pick it 2 turns in a row, the same one 2 turns in a row. And then you are going to roll that to try to get a stunt. If you beat the stunt DC, that's for the combat encounter, whatever that happens to be, behind the screen, the DM screen here, as it were, you get to pick a bonus and add it, a stunt bonus, to your attack. Now, that can be a bonus to hit, a bonus to damage. Did we lose somebody? Oh,
I just had a bit of a delay, so I came in out. Sorry.
oh,
Keep
that's
going.
fine.
Yeah.
It can be a bonus to hit, a bonus to damage, +1 to AC that lasts for 1 round, or a +1 to the spell save on a spell you cast. So it's a little nudge. Now, if you fail the stunt, there's no penalty. You can only attempt once per turn, and you can pass a successful stunt to another player. So even if you then miss your attack, you can give it to somebody else, or you can just choose to give it to somebody else, and then you can kind of do combo moves by stacking stunts on the same character.
Can you pass can you pass can you pass multiple, like if someone passes you a stunt, can you also pass that?
Theoretically, yes.
Does taking a stunt does it count as an action at all?
No, it does not. It is free.
And it's optional, if I remember correctly.
Technically, yes. If you feel
there's no reason not to.
There's no reason to not do it, but if you find it too confusing, you can skip. I'm not going to be like, you have to engage with my homebrew.
I think it's different than the last time, because I remember before there was a bit of a risk, more of a risk of doing it, right?
Yes, and then people didn't do it, so now you get to.
I would usually do it anyway, but like, yeah.
So, Peck, you're standing there.
I'm standing there, and I see a whole bunch of things happen all at once.
Yes, you're on the road. You see the caravan that's kind of holed up and locked, kind of batten down the hatches. The people are inside. You see these monsters, the winged larva, the shepherd's bane, and the puddle of hands come creeping out of the darkness, kind of advancing on the caravan. And as you guys prepare to plunge in, a stranger appears. A strange turtle appears at the edge of the road. What do you want to do?
Well, I have a question. Who is the tallest member of the party? Because I assume that.
Temmerlinck, right?
Yeah.
Probably Temmerlinck.
All right.
Yeah,
I can double.
Hang on.
Oh, go ahead.
Let me.
What is it?
Yeah,
6'1"?
Yeah.
6'1".
I'm 4'10". That's very good to know. I was probably aiming at, because I'm making fan art. So.
Alrighty.
Yeah, so I didn't mean to talk over you there, Blue. Okay, back to Peck.
So I am, with my movement, I am going to get directly between. Sorry about this, Temmerlinck. I'm going to get directly between Temmerlinck's legs. Pull out
You're small enough.
Yes. To abuse as cover. And my stunt is going to be, while standing up, because I'm only 2'7", with my short bow, I am going to fire through Temmerlinck's legs without hurting him.
Okay, you're just hiding behind the big robot. What skill would you like to roll for your stunt?
I would say stealth, because I am trying to make it to disappear behind them, so I am not visible.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll.
All right.
Nice.
Holy
whoa! All right, succeeds. What stunt bonus you want?
I would like to pass my stunt bonus on to who's next in line? Temmerlinck.
All right, Temmerlinck, you're going to get a stunt bonus. I'm going to make a note of that. Okay.
And I am going to fire upon the winged larva.
Go for it. Go ahead and make an attack. Let me pull open this nasty little guy's stats. All right, a 23 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. 5 points of damage. You fire off with your short bow. It screeches as the arrow pierces its wing of mire and just kind of sticks there, suspended, dripping goo from these like liquid wings. All right, and I believe that's your turn.
That's my turn. I'm just going to. I don't have much movement left, I assume. So I'm just going to take cover behind Temmerlinck.
That is wise. That is wise. All right. Temmerlinck, now it's your turn. You already have a free stunt bonus, but you do have the opportunity to go again. Would you like to roll a skill to try to get the upper hand in combat?
Yeah, I think so, but I'm not entirely sure how this works as such.
So basically, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
So I basically decide some maneuver that I want, or flourish that I want to do, and then that's a skill check, right?
Correct. You just pick any skill you like. The only rule is that you can't do the same skill twice in a row. Any skill you like, and then you just kind of say how you're using that skill in the combat scenario.
Okay. Mm,
I'm not saying I totally forgot to roll initiative for the two NPCs that are with you. To keen your stuff, the hooded human is standing beside you guys. And I'm going to say that Lollavander, the Mire-infected merman, is behind you, although they both
How do I,
rolled stupidly well.
how do you send messages to DM? I guess I can just send it. I can just send it to DM through
You can
Discord.
just DM me on Discord if
Just the
that's
direct message
easier.
makes the most sense.
Sorry, I'm just trying to take a note here of initiative order. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Uh, okay, sorry, I'm doing DM things. Okay. How you feeling? How you feeling, Temmerlinck? Do you want to try to maybe use nature since you're a druid?
yeah, I guess, but I'm not certain how.
Well,
Uh,
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
all right. I'm gonna be probably making a spell attack, so
You could take a bonus to hit or damage, or if it's a spell save, I think spell save is separate from a spell attack, though.
yeah. So I
Are you perhaps rooting your feet into the ground to be more connected as you steady yourself for what you're about to do? Something like that?
am maybe um
You could be channeling some of the energy of the moon blossom cutting you just got.
yes, that works. Let's channel some of that.
All right, you got it stored inside you.
And then I am going to
Roll nature.
yeah, roll nature. Here we go.
Oh, nat 20. All
Nice.
right. Well, I don't have a roll for it, but we'll say,
What does that do? Yeah.
heck, we'll say you get 2 stunts for a nat 20. So that leaves you
With
with
3.
with 3. Temmerlinck, you've got a lot of capability here. Your options for each are it could be a bonus to hit, damage. You could take one temporary a bonus to your AC, or you can add one to a spell save.
Okay, I'm gonna take uh I'm gonna take a bonus to hit and a bonus to damage and pass a stunt to who's next in line?
Mariel.
Hi, Mariel.
All right. Bonus to hit and damage. Who are you swinging at?
I am shooting a starry wisp at the winged lava.
Did you want to describe what that looked like?
Okay, yes. Starry wisp. Here is the cantrip. You launch a mote of light, except in my case, I'm reflavoring it. It is shaped like a leaf, and fires at one creature within range. Makes a ranged spell attack on a target. Hit the target takes 1d8 radiant damage, and until the end of the next learn, it emits dim light, which I'm interpreting as bioluminescence, in a 10-foot radius and cannot benefit from invisibility.
All right. So you fire off. The good news is that's awesome. The bad news is you do miss. You fire off this glowing swirl of leaves that kind of mimic the shape and illusion and magical energy of the moon blossom, and you blast it up towards the starry larva, and it just goes and it wheels kind of sideways, and the blast goes wide beside it.
So why did that go wide? Oh, because of the
It
8?
rolled an 8.
Okay.
Yeah, that not enough to hit.
Ah.
Temmerlinck, did you want to do anything else on your turn? You could move or take some other action.
All right. Can I reach the lava with a melee weapon?
It is 30 feet in the air, so probably not.
Oh, right. Okay.
And I think you only get one attack action per turn as well, so it would have
Yep.
to be a non-attack action.
So that would have to be a non-attack action. I am going to stay where I am in order to protect Pick.
Okay.
And yeah.
All right. Sounds good. You guys are staying there on the road. Ordeith still on the edge. Caravan's ahead of you. Monsters are heading for the caravan. Got it. Okay. Cool. That's your turn. Then now it's time for the wing larva to have a say in what the heck is going on.
No.
You guys have really peeved this thing. Let's see. Right. Okay.
Can we only apply stunts when it's our turn? Is that correct?
That is correct.
Got it.
Okay. Yeah. It's real mad at you guys. So you have successfully distracted it momentarily from the caravan, but it's gonna use pollination of the painful as it wheels in the air. It spreads its excuse me, I'm so sorry.
That was
My-
that was the sound it made, actually.
Yeah, it burps, and then it spreads its wings of mire to their fullest, that arrow still sticking in them, and from it sort of stretch out and extrude these hardened bolts of mire like a spray of pollen that rains down in this sort of fall of stalactite daggers. I need, let's see, 15-foot cone.
He's 30 feet in the air.
Yeah, I think, well, he wheeled down a bit to do this.
Okay.
Because he's got enough movement to wheel down and then wheel back up again. So he's gonna target. Yeah, I think it's gonna be probably Temmerlinck and Pick and sure, we'll say Mariel too. I need you all to roll because it's 15-foot cone and there's each of you is maybe like 5 feet. So we'll say 3 people. I need you all to roll a dexterity saving throw. That's again Pick, Temmerlinck, and Mariel.
Ah, crud.
And Pick, I'll let you roll with advantage because we had the whole thing of you taking shelter kind of behind Temmerlinck, so. All right, well you already succeeded anyway, so I don't know why I made you do that, but I just wanted you to feel like I was acknowledging the situation. Okay, Pick, you're fine. I mean, this giant robot's standing over you. You're going to be absolutely fine, Pick. The problem, Mariel and Temmerlinck, is that you're not. As these hardened blades of mire fall from heaven to earth, yes?
When we guidance, when does that apply?
Oh yeah, you can use that now because it's
Okay.
was it to a saving throw as well? I think it was, wasn't it? Or
Yes, I believe.
okay, so you can roll again.
I thought it was at a D4.
Oh, it's at a D4. Yeah, you're right. I'm so sorry. Roll a D4.
Okay.
I'm not
roll.
used to my players using their abilities, so like I have to remember
Four.
this stuff.
9.
Not quite enough. Okay, so I got some bad news for you guys. First of all, let's see. Temmerlinck, Mariel, you each take 8 necrotic damage.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it rolled at the top of its die. It wasn't.
Okay, this isn't good.
Yeah, not ideal. You both these blades of mire embedded in you. Temmerlinck a little bit like sticks in a chink between your arm and your torso in the resinous kind of plating there. So
That's 7 hit points left.
Pick, you take 4 necrotic damage because you are hiding behind Temmerlinck and he's shielding you from this hail of death. If you want to deduct 4 hit points there.
Wait. It's necrotic. I just realized. I just remembered something.
You have resistance?
I do.
All right, so you take 4 as well.
Okay, so that's only down to 11. Okay.
Yeah, that's not as bad. Okay. Now, here's the thing though, Temmerlinck and Mariel. The bad news isn't quite done yet. I need you to both roll me a wisdom saving throw now, because you've just been impaled with mire.
What? No, she's not wisdom. She's not good at wisdom. 16.
You're both fine. The mire does not enter or infect you. It just hurts like heck, but you are okay.
Ew.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty. Okay.
Gooey.
Winged larva swoops back up, so it's 30 feet above the air, above the road again. It is not paying attention, however, to the caravan. Mariel,
Oh man, I'm ticked.
you have 1 free stunt bonus. Let's not forget that.
I know we have necrotic. Where's it say that in my I have necrotic resistance? I'm trying to remember where is that in my
I don't know, but I believe you, so it's fine.
I remember that was when we picked.
You only have
And
to
I didn't
persuade
even-
the DM.
And I didn't know at the time that was even so important. And you told me like, actually, that's really good.
Yeah,
Because we
I
had
tried to be nice. I really did.
We tried to trim down. Where's the one with necrotic?
Let's not worry about it right now.
You look at the flavor text while I figure something out. Okay.
So, what are you attacking? There's the puddle
Well,
of hands.
Here's the thing. How far away is each thing?
Wing larva's 30 feet in the air above you guys. Shepherd's Bane and Puddle of Hands are both maybe 15 feet away. Their attention is still on the caravan, which is maybe 30 feet ahead of you guys.
And I have one stunt already, correct?
You do. You have 1 free stunt bonus
I
already.
would like to add that stunt. What do I add to it again?
You can pick a bonus to hit, a bonus to damage, a bonus to AC, or a bonus to a spell
Here's a
save.
question. Can I feign and draw someone closer?
You can try that, yeah.
Okay, so here's what I want to do. Because I have something that would be great, but I can't remember how often I can cast it.
Okay.
And so I want to. It's an area effect thing, so I really want to hit as much as I do much damage as I can, just like he was doing to us just now, right?
Mm-hmm. If you
So-
run ahead, you should be able to hit at least the 2 on the ground.
Yeah, but I'd like to hit all 3 of them because the one at the
Mm.
top is the one that's really giving us trouble. So here's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I'm going to first. Sorry, let me. How's that? No, that's worse. Can you try putting up a pillow on your end too?
Oh, I have one up.
We had something last time that wasn't so bad. Okay, how about this?
That's better.
Okay, so here's my here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to roll athletics for a bonus to hit.
Okay.
For this thing I'm going to do.
You getting yourself pumped up? That succeeds.
Okay, and I'm going to use the other one for deception. I'm going to try to do Fang, and I'm going to draw what I'm going to do as I move, because we've established that you can move and move back, and I said, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to move so that I'm about equidistant between I'm going to do like kind of an L shape. I'm going to be equidistant between the flying thing and the other 2 things.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is kind of
Since Temmerlinck passed you the stunt, I like to think you launch off of him.
What I'm going to do is, sorry, the echo in my ears is really bothering me. I'm trying to figure out how to. I did it last time and helped. Is it because you're using a different microphone?
I'm not using a different microphone. We actually, I forgot to test out just using the one, but we're.
Oh, I thought that was what you were doing this whole time. Okay,
No.
that's okay.
I totally spaced it.
I probably should have said something. I totally thought that's what was going on. Okay. Well, what I'm going to do is flying kind of like an L shape. So I swoop down so that it looks like I'm gonna feign with my using deception. I think would be what it is, right?
Yeah. Well, you don't have to roll though. You get the bonus for free.
Oh, okay.
That's
cool.
how it works. Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll up and around so that when sorry, not roll. little slip there. So I'm gonna fly up and around so that when I kind of swoop over and up, it's going to think it's gonna go down, but I'm gonna swoop up over it.
Okay.
So that, and I'm moving in between them as I do, so that it's going when I swoop up, and I'll be fairly close to it still because I only have so much movement.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be able to shoot down at both it and the other 2 things, so that because it's gonna be over those things in that kind of direction.
Sure. I'll
Okay.
allow it.
So I'm gonna do that, and using my bonus to hit for. Where is this guy? I think this is the fire attack, right?
Yes. This is your special move.
I'm doing a cone,
Okay.
15-foot cone.
All
So I'm
right.
gonna fly up. My eyes glow like blue, and blue fire erupts around me as I launch off, and I just kind of Mariel gives it a good little glare. And what do I roll now? I actually don't know.
They need to roll a saving throw. It looks like 8 plus your Constitution modifier plus your proficiency bonus. What's your con modifier?
Where do I check for that again?
It should be on the left side of your sheet, above the word con.
Oh, my Constitution?
Yeah, your Constitution.
Yeah, 0.
Okay, so it's just 2 plus 8, so it's a 10. The DC is 10. Okay. And
I think all 3 have to roll.
what is the saving throw? Does it say? Is it just Dex? I don't think it specifies.
Creature takes 2. Your DC for the saving throw is 8 plus the Constitution modifier, plus your
I
proficiency
guess we'll
bonus.
assume it's Dex because I think I forgot to specify a skill, but it would be Dex generally for dodging spell attacks. So we'll go with that. Let's don't let me forget because I did roll in Takeen and Lollivander, and I've been forgetting that they're here. I'm really good at that. So let's see. Let's roll dexterity saving throws for everybody. Okay, Paletta Hands just crit failed because it's made of goo on the ground. Not good at dodging. Shepherd's Bane dodges easily. Leaps out of the way with its 3-headed maw. We've got Winged Larva, who is the one we really hate. 14. Winged Larva wheels out of the way. So let's see. They're
Palette
going to
Hands-
take half. Roll me 2d6 radiant damage, and the fails take half on a fail. So
Roll
everybody gets hit.
2d6.
Okay, everybody takes 3 damage. That was a really unlucky roll. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So you blast out this fire. Did you say you breathe it?
It looks yeah. Well, what I do, it's not breath. It kind of wraps around me. I
Gotcha.
don't know if I actually mentioned that in the thing.
Like a halo or an aura. I got it. I
Yeah.
like it.
Fire kind of erupts around me. It's kind of like firebender style, and this kind of cone of blue fire comes out.
All right. Fire
I
from
love it.
heaven, blue cone, winged larva wheels. You kind of sear one edge of its wing, kind of steaming goo coming off it. Shepherd's Bane leaps out of the way. You kind of burn off some of the flesh on its ribs, and
All
then
hands critical failed. What does that do?
we'll say it takes double damage. And this big seething, bubbling hiss as a bunch of the goo evaporates as you blast it with flame. So he put the hands takes 6 damage. All right. And then the winged larva takes 3. And then the shepherd's bane takes 3 as well. Okay. All right. Before we move on to Kai, really quick, because I forgot to roll them in. They actually rolled really good initiative. But Takeen is gonna run ahead of you guys about 30 feet to position himself between the monsters and the caravan, and he is going to then yeah, he's gonna use this if I can get it to work. I'm trying to remember how that works. I apologize 1 second. I have to look up a rule. Does anyone remember how long range versus short range works? Is it you don't get proficiency for long range?
I don't think so.
I don't remember. We won't worry about it. Oh man, he crit fails. So he pulls out, ha, my lucky dagger, and he kisses the pommel, and he throws it, and the handle glows with these arcane magic runes, and it spins like a boomerang and comes back around and hits him in the eye. Little rusty. He does not take any damage, though. And then Lollivander, let me see. For the rest of his turn, Takeen is going to give a free help action to Kai. Come on, Kai, you can do this! Which means you get advantage on a roll, basically, is what help does, if I recall correctly. And then Lollivander, because this is one heck of a big first fight, a lot of people in it, is going to cast... also, we have to do a really quick retcon, you guys. I said Lollivander got his toe broken. He doesn't have toes. He's a merman. Part of his fin is broken. And he is going to cast... who's hurting the most right now?
That's what Mariel was literally going to say. But I was going to say my next turn.
What's that?
I was literally going to ask on my next turn because I've got a healing thing too.
Yeah, who's hurting the most right now?
I don't know how much damage I took from the mire.
Oh, did I not specify?
I don't know. It was never said.
Oh, that's my bad. Okay. So you took 3 damage.
Okay.
Oh no, you took 8 damage. Excuse me.
8.
Thanks, Dwango. I can kind of read.
Yeah, I think you mentioned it.
How does my AC interact with that?
Your AC doesn't affect it because it was a spell save. It was a dex save as opposed to an attack.
So I lose 8.
Yes.
Okay, I'm down 8 hit points.
It's gonna be. I think Lullivander's gonna try to heal you, Temmerlinck, because he's assuming that you need it more than Mariel. He's gonna cast Healing Word, which will heal you for 4 hit points, Temmerlinck.
Okay.
So you get 4 of those back, and that's his turn because he is not really a combat boy. Finally, Kai, we're back to you, Kai. It's your time to shine, and you have Bless, which Mariel, remind me what that does again.
Well, with Bless, wait. Sorry, I lost my
You lost the thing that says what Bless does. It's okay.
Whenever a target makes an attack roll saving throw before the spell ends, the target roll up to D4 and add that number to the attack roll saving throw.
Okay. So
I think Temmerlinck didn't get to. We didn't bring that up when they were attacked too.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to apply that D4 really quick? You're close to getting only half damage, which would mean you're fully healed because you would have only taken 4 and then been healed for 4. But if you fail, then it will burn your blessing. Do you want to try that? It's a 1d4.
The rules say whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends.
Yeah, so I think the spell lasts a minute, not just
Oh,
one round.
okay.
So minute, and it's whenever.
Yeah, good point. Okay, so go ahead and roll a 1d4 if you want. You can type roll, like /roll and space 1d4. There's also buttons on the left, but whatever's easier.
4.
All right.
And how much damage did Dwango take?
Only half.
Only half. I took 4.
Okay, well he can roll 4 for that too, because I blessed him also. I blessed Pick also.
Yeah, he doesn't need to though because he already succeeded.
Okay.
Yeah, Temmerlinck, you succeeded the saving throw actually, thanks to this holy celestial blessing that suddenly surges through you and wards away some of the mires. So actually you're at full health because you took 4 damage and have been healed for 4 damage. Okay, we cleared that up. Kai,
Yeah.
are you with us?
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. It's time for Kai to shine. You have been blessed and you have active blessing going on. So let's what do you want to do?
Oh,
yes.
I'm sorry, I keep complicating this, but Temmerlinck fired a thing that didn't hit, right?
Yes.
Should have been able to roll D4 to that also.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we can roll back the clock a little bit. Go ahead. Does anyone remember what you were targeting? I think it was the winged larva. Go ahead and roll the 1d4 again, and we'll see if you hit.
I just
rolled 4.
Okay.
Let me see. What did I roll? I rolled an 8 with my starry wisp, which makes that a 12.
12, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you would have hit. Go ahead and roll damage. We rewind.
Okay. That's 1d8 radiant.
Yes.
1d8.
All right, so
3.
it takes another 3 damage as these kind of leaves kind of stick and burn in its sizzling wings of mire. It takes another 3 damage.
Dwango shot up at it also. Pick did, sorry.
Pick did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We have to stop at some point, but
we haven't got very far. We're only a few rounds.
okay. Pick Where was your attack? I forgot
There's only three of them have a blessing.
Right,
But it
right.
burns a whole spell slot, so it is important.
Okay, Pick, you already hit with your short bow, so it doesn't make any difference.
Correct. Yes, I hit.
Okay, so everything's fine. Okay, Kai, really and truly, it's your time to shine now.
And sorry, can you hear?
Yep,
Mhm.
we can hear you just fine, Wren.
Okay.
So Kai, it's finally your turn. Your time to shine. Caravan ahead of you, about 30 feet, all batten down the hatches. Takeen is standing between it, the attacking monsters. You're with your friends over here on the ground. Mariel, I think, is still up in the air because that's where she fired her attack from. So you're on the ground, on the road, about 30 feet from the caravan. What would you like to do?
Pull out a longbow and aim it at the shepherd's bane. But
Yeah, what stunt do you want to do?
before she fires, I think for a stunt I'm gonna try and roll stealth to duck behind like a bush, so then I'm covered.
Okay.
So maybe the shepherd's bane doesn't know that I attacked it yet.
All right, we'll say you dodge behind like a rock because we did just have Moonblood fall, so the bushes would probably be burned away. But there's like a rock there that's bush shaped and sized. Um, go ahead and roll stealth. That succeeds. What bonus would you like?
Probably to attack.
All
Bonus to
right,
attack.
bonus to attack. That will be a +2 to hit. Go ahead and roll your longbow. For misses, you can try adding a d4 to that if you want.
I
Hang
will
on.
be doing that.
Actually, you don't have to bother because even if you roll a 4, you still wouldn't hit. Um,
I'll have the 2 from the stunt if I add it to attack. So
oh,
that would
yo, you're right. Okay, yeah. Well, actually, even then, I think you still wouldn't hit.
Oh, dang.
So I'll save you the
Well,
time.
Didn't I get something from Takeen that gives me advantage?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Go ahead and roll again. You totally did get.
Ow.
That
Ren.
was helpful.
Oh,
Oh.
what about bless? Is that
Yeah,
from
we
last
were
time?
factoring that in.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
just
Ren.
suck.
Kai's having an off day. You duck behind the stone. You're like, oh, I got this. I've lived out in the wilderness. I know how to do this. You unsling your longbow, you fire off, and just it goes so wide. It almost looks like you weren't aiming for the shepherd's bane. It just goes, and like its three-headed maw just kind of turns and then looks back and looks confused because it still didn't see you. Would you like to pass your successful stunt to somebody else? Because you can still pass the stunt to somebody to help them if you like.
Yeah, I'll pass it on to whoever's next in line.
Ordeith is the stranger. You want to give the stranger a hand?
Sure, I'll do that.
Oh.
They look friendly, probably.
Nice
right.
turtle man. And on the note of the nice turtle man, none other than Ordeith. It's finally time to drag you into this, Ordeith. It's your turn. You're standing beside the road. On your right, you got the caravan about 30 feet away. On your left, you've got these strangers. What do you want to do?
Okay, so do me a favor. Describe where these creatures are and a little bit which each of them are. I know there's like a moth with mire wings up
For
in
sure
the
thing.
air,
For sure.
a
So there's a
pile of
winged
goo on the
larva.
ground with hands.
Yes. So there's a
Right.
winged larva about 30 feet above you guys. And it's paying attention to you and this group of ragtag
It-
armed strangers. So
It's actually
Okay.
closer because I feigned it out. It's actually closer to 15 feet.
you're right. Okay, it's about 15 feet above you guys. There's a
This
winged
one's really
larva
bad.
above you. Down the road, again, about like 30 feet away, one turn of movement, there is a caravan. There is a man there who you don't know, but he's Takeen. He's standing between it and some monsters that are maybe like 15 feet away from it.
Okay, so if I wanted to use half my movement to get within 30 feet of, let's say, what was the.
Oh yes, sorry. There's two land monsters. There's a puddle of hands, which is this sizzling kind of singed black pool of oozing hands crawling over each other, and then there's a shepherd's bane, which is a big old boy made of three ongamane, so wild animal skeletons that are undead, kind of mixed together with the three heads making one jaw, and he's looking a little singed.
Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like run up at 15 feet to get
Okay.
within 30 feet of the shepherd's bane.
Okay.
While I'm running up there, I'm gonna let out just a crazy guttural snarl growl just to get its attention.
Love it.
And let's see, I can use that as the stunt.
For sure.
Is that cool?
That's fine by me. Is that intimidation then?
Yeah, let's do intimidation.
Go for it.
Mm-mm-mm.
We shall see. Oh, look, you're a
Womp
really
womp.
nice looking turtle, man.
Turtles can't growl very loud, apparently. That's okay.
It's sort of like if you had a turtle in a tank and you put down a thing of lettuce and the turtle tried to hurry towards it and just made that little like almost inaudible turtle noise. It sounds cool in your head and it just totally falls apart when it comes
That's
out.
funny.
But you do have a free stunt bonus because Kai, you passed yours, so I like to think Kai roars for you.
Okay, sounds good. When I get close enough, I'm gonna cast Thorn Whip,
For sure.
and let's see. Where do I click on that from?
It should be under the third tab on the top right of your sheet. Should say spells.
Oh, okay, cool. I can click on it from here.
Yeah, precisely.
Got it. Like that. Cool.
Thorn Whip.
We can say it's necrotic if you want, brother. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I think that's what we decided earlier.
All right, it's up to you then. Okay.
I think we talked about it earlier, and so I swap poison for that.
Okay.
It's just fire. I think I only have fire and necrotic.
Yeah. Okay, Ordeith. You create a long vine-like whip if the attack hits. Okay. You gotta make a melee spell attack with this. I wonder why I didn't roll it for you. Oh, that's just for the description. Try clicking on the name of the spell itself and see if that works.
In your attacks, central box on the core.
Oh, is it on the front sheet? Is that how it works as an attack?
Oh, I don't think it is on the front sheet.
Oh, okay. Let me fix that. That's a me thing. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Thorn Whip. Oh, that's why, because it's a custom spell. That's why it doesn't. Okay, give me like
okay.
two.
If that's the case, actually, I'll use a different spell.
No. That's fine. Hang on. There's a simple way to do this.
I actually would like to use a different spell if that.
And that's fine then.
I can put Thorn on his behalf, but
what's that? Sorry.
I have Thorn Whip. I can put the attack down on his behalf.
Oh, potentially.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. I have another spell I can use as just a kind of a generic attack anyway. I'm gonna use Produce Flame instead.
Ooh.
Okay. Natural 20. All right. And this is at the Shepherd's Bane, you said?
Correct. Oh, actually, I don't think I.
If you run all the way up to it, you can.
Okay, yeah, I'll run all the way up to it.
Yeah. All right, you're right in front of its big grizzly face. Go ahead and roll damage.
To actually roll, where do I click?
Bottom right, you just click on the name Produce Flame there, and it will roll damage for you. It's a little bit of interactivity.
Oh, nice.
So you run up to this thing, you produce flame in your hand, and you just give it a big blow across its three-headed jaw. And it fizzles as the flesh burns away from the bone. You've thoroughly kicked it off. That's a -6 to that. That is, yeah, it's mad. It's not looking too hot. One of the skulls has kind of been smashed. Still burning a bit. Does not smell nice. I think that's your turn, Ordeith. Except I forgot you were given a stunt bonus. Did we factor that in?
Oh no, we didn't. Can I just put that to addition to damage?
Yeah. We'll just add. What is the rule for damage? I should know this. I designed this system.
Well, because it was a crit success, does it do anything else to damage?
You will say it counts for double. So Yeah, we'll say you get to do 4 more damage because it would ordinarily just be your proficiency bonus, which is 2.
Sure.
So you whack this thing. It is not looking good. It smashed one of the skulls clear off the top part of its jaw. It goes clattering to the ground and smoking fragments. All right, and I believe that's your turn, Ordeith. So
Yes,
now
it is.
we have the humble, lowly, but not least, Puddle of Hands, everybody's favorite. Crawling
Favorite
massive.
character.
What's that?
What's my favorite character? I was just joking.
Oh yeah, it's my DMPC. No. Okay. It is going
Low
to.
5.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm
Never a
just
good
looking at
sign.
my options here because I created a lot of nasty things for this thing. So,
That's
uh,
not me, isn't it?
so what happens is the Puddle of Hands crawls over to you, Ordeith, and around your feet, and it crawls up you and begins swarming you. What I need you to do is it misses. So it tries to get up and stab you with its fingers to infect you with mire, but it does not succeed. It's very
Nice.
gross. Peck, you're up.
Alrighty.
Yeah, let me know
well,
if I go overboard on the monster descriptions. I get excited.
no, this is fun.
All right, you're up, Peck.
I am still standing directly behind and effectively under Temmerlinck because neither one of us moved.
Yes.
So, you see, this creates a bit of a problem because I have had a whole turn where Temmerlinck's pack is directly in front of me. So,
Oh no!
naturally, for
Pick
my
it's an action.
for my stunt,
You have no clue what's going on.
for my stunt, I would like to sleight of hand attempt to open his pack. I'm not taking anything. I'm just taking a peek.
Perusing.
Just
It's for inspiration.
for inspiration purposes. I'm taking a peek in the pack. Consider this my movement.
Okay,
Picks a peek.
go ahead and roll sleight of hand for me as you browse Pepperlink's pack like a Pinterest board just to kind of
Yeah,
get in
just
the mood.
just shopping. Now, does this a contested roll?
Temmerlinck, do you try to prevent this?
Well, first of all, do you notice it happening?
I guess that'd be perception, right?
Well, Timberlink isn't actively trying to look because it's not his turn.
I love putting the DM in this.
He has a 15 passive perception. So yeah, Temmerlink, you do notice this happening. Do you object or do you let him seek his source of militant combat martial inspiration?
I let this happen.
Okay, what do I see?
Cool.
Do I just describe one item I see in your pack?
Yeah, one thing from your inventory.
Okay, a magnifying glass.
See a real shiny magnifying glass in there, and it makes
wow.
you.
I'm
It just fills you
excited.
this inspiration. Yeah, like little things can be bigger, and you're a little thing, and that's very inspiring for you. Your stunt succeeds. What bonus would you like?
I'm going to take a bonus to damage and use my short bow through his legs again at the floaty, what is this, winged larvae.
Yeah, winged larvae. Yeah, you got it. I'm amazed you guys are remembering these names. I tried to make them memorable.
I scrolled up to find it.
Oh, okay. that sounds more plausible. I'm like, how are people remembering this? Okay, that hit 12 hits.
All
Go
right.
ahead and roll damage.
And that's a +1 for damage.
It's a +2 for proficiency bonus, so that you do 10 damage to the winged larva.
Nice.
As you fire off, you rip off one of its wings. It falls in this rain of miry goo, and it wheels out of the air and crashes to earth between you guys and the caravan on the road. It's looking nasty. It is not happy.
So I am not moving anywhere. I am quite content that I was so inspired, and I see a shiny trinket for later. But I'm going to leave that trinket right where it is and pass on to the next person.
All right, that's your turn. Next up is Takeen. everybody's favorite NPC that the DM never forgets is there. All right, I call you my lucky dagger. You better work this time. He's got like a black eye. And he's going to
thing wasn't the sharp end.
lunge. Was that?
Good thing it wasn't the sharp end they got him there.
Yeah, he's gonna lunge at the Shepherd's Bane, kind of beside Ordeith. Oh, it's nice to meet a new friendly face on the battlefield. And he misses.
It's a king. Come on, man.
I'm trying, okay? I'm a steely, hidey kind of person. I'm not a soldier. Yeah, he misses completely. Lucky dagger, not so lucky. We're next up. We got Lollavander is gonna help somebody again. Gonna use what? He's got 3 more of these, so he's gonna.
I'm currently down 4, but I'm not necessarily.
Is anybody else hurt? Mariel, how much are you down?
11. I'm 11 of 15.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yeah, so
Can he reach me? I'm in the air.
Healing Word has a pretty substantial range. 60
Oh, okay.
feet.
I thought he doesn't have to touch me. Okay.
So he's gonna cast Healing Word. Unless Temmerlinck, how much are you hurting? You already got healed. That's right. So, go ahead.
I'm health.
Oh, that's right. You're full health. That's right. Okay. Casts Healing Word on you, Mariel, for 7 HP.
Oh, I'm full health now then.
And you feel better. Actually, no, he can't. He can only say things backwards, so he
You
goes,
don't feel better.
"You don't feel better at all."
Thank you. I don't.
Okay. Temmerlinck, you're up, and you're still blessed because Mariel hasn't taken damage yet. What do you want to do?
How close together are the 3 monsters?
You got 1 monster in the air, 15 feet above where you are now. The other 2 monsters are about.
I thought it crashed to the ground.
Yeah, which one is in the air?
Right. Thank you. None are in the ground. None are in the air. I can talk. Oh gosh. Wing Larva is 15 feet ahead of you in the road. Another 15 feet past that is the caravan. Shepherd's Bane and Puddle of Hands are there fighting Ordeith and Takeen.
Okay, I am going to cast. If I cast Entangle at the 2 monsters, can I avoid Ordeith and Takeen?
Let's see.
That would be
Not.
as a yes.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
If that's a perception check as a stunt.
We'll say you can avoid one of them. I'll give you 1 for free if you do a perception check.
What breaks concentration again?
Damage.
Okay, because I did take damage.
Yeah, I know. I fudged past it. It's not important.
Okay.
Don't worry.
All right.
I'm aware of what's going on. All right, perception. That passes. That's good enough. Which one do you want? Which one of your allies, Ordeith or NPC Takeen, do you want not entangled? Takeen's done 0 damage so far.
Okay, Ordeith is most effective, so he can be unentangled.
All right, would you
Much
like to describe
appreciated.
what happens?
Okay, grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square, starting from a point within range. For the duration, the plants turn the ground in the area into difficult terrain. Creature in the area, when you cast the spell, must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the entangling plants until the spell ends.
Fantastic.
Creature restrained by the plants can use its action to make a strength check against your spell save DC.
All right, so you reach out and these vines erupt ahead of you, squirming out of the ground, this green life in this barren, scorched earth. And I gotta roll some saving throws. Takeen tries to not get entangled in vines. He fails. Oh my goodness! All right, this is good? Question mark? Shepherd's Bane, crit fail. Oh no, that's Pick. You don't have to worry about it, Pick, because I think it's a space away from you. It's further ahead. It's 20 feet in width, but it's over by the caravan, so you're fine, Pick.
Bonus.
Oh, you were rolling stealth anyway. Sorry. Wait, am I looking at the? No, I'm not. Sorry, I was scrolled up. I had to reload the thing. I'm really paying attention. Oh, so Takeen actually is okay. Yeah, Takeen is good. He rips his way out of the vines with ease. Shepherd's Bane. What is your spell save again, Temmerlinck? I think it's listed.
12.
Is it? Okay.
Spell save
Then
DC 12. I think.
it should be under spells at the bottom, maybe. I want to say.
So
Oh, you're right. It printed out. Thank you, brother. I'm sorry. All right. Shepherd's
save
Bane.
13.
Oh, sweet.
My spell save's 13.
Okay. Duly noted. The roll 20's out, putting it one lower for no particular reason because it's roll 20. The Shepherd's Bane already looking pretty bad. These vines creep up its four legs that are made of all these distended bones and skulls, and they wind around its ribs, and it's trapped in the vines, still smoldering a bit from where I got hit by fire, but thoroughly trapped. Can't make attacks, I believe, while it's restrained. Did we lose somebody? Oh, it's just brother. You can still hear me. All right, and the other one is the Puddle of Hands, which we'll see how it does. It does 8, which means, Ordeith, as you're standing there with these hands trying to crawl all over you, these vines come up between you and peel them off and twist around, and all these hands become like tied in cuffs to the ground of vines squirming and wriggling their fingers in ineffectual rage. And that, I believe, Temmerlinck, is your turn, unless you want to move. You are blessed, but I don't think it applies here.
I don't think it
Because you already
applies
succeeded perception, so it's not. Yeah, we don't have to roll that.
I am going to I'm going to move towards the caravan and place myself close to
like closer to the caravan?
Closer to the caravan, yes.
All right, so you come up beside Ordeith and Takeen there, shielding this battened down caravan. Which, for the record, if you guys hadn't rolled so good survival last time, they wouldn't necessarily have been okay. You guys rolled really well. I was not expecting them to be as okay as they are. All right. Winged larva is next. It's lying in the road, screeching and writhing with its one wing of mire. Okay. And it is going to. It's got movement. Yeah, it's got 20 feet of movement. So it's going to crawl over to. Let's see if it gets its pollination of pain back. Roll 1d6. It needs a 6 to recharge. 1. Okay, it doesn't get it back. It's going to run up to you, Pick, because you're by yourself, and it's still mad at you for shooting its wing off. And it reaches out with its arm, and its arm twists and sharpens into a scythe blade, and it strikes at you for 18. Does that hit?
Whoa.
Mhm.
Okay, he might not have the health, right?
What's that?
Does he have the health for that? Because I've got divine guardianship. Would it kill him?
I don't think it's gonna kill him.
Okay, I was wondering because I only have 15 hit points, so I was concerned.
Well, no, it's 18 to hit. How much?
I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
No, you're good. You're good.
It hits. It hits.
Yeah, I figured it might. You take 3 slashing and 4 necrotic.
Okay. Well, I'm at 1 hit point.
Holy cow!
Do you want to
No, I'm
use your
good.
divine guardianship, brother? Actually, you're up in the air. I don't think you're within 10
Yeah,
feet.
don't worry about it. I'm good.
Because I think yours is limited to 10 feet.
Simply then you must use your action to take a damage dealt to the by using yourself. If that can be lost of all your rewards remaining hit points. Okay, so not quite.
Okay, so yeah, it's not quite, and you're not quite close enough.
I should probably put myself near him. Is it my turn yet? I can't remember.
You are next as the wing larva strikes across Pick.
Okay.
Pick, you are feeling horrible, dashed open in your chest.
I was gonna call out and ask who's hurt, but obviously this is him. So let's see. Because I need to heal him, but to do that I need to lay hands on him, and to do that I gotta get rid of this thing first. Also Blah, blah. Maybe if you try muffling or say more.
Sorry, I was leaning forward, which probably wasn't helping with the echo.
Do the beard thing. Then
Oh, I'm very much doing the beard thing.
okay. Oh, that's a lot better. Okay. So what I'm going to do is what's I have with the passive ability. Can I tell that this is? Can I tell that um I don't know his name yet, but can I tell that Ordeith
Ordeith.
Ordeith? Can I tell that the last charge I was assigned? I couldn't find it.
Yes, you can tell that this is one of the chosen souls you have been sent to find.
Oh, I'm so excited. Mariel looks delighted at this, and then she looks at Uguay there, and it's like, oh my gosh, that's so excited. And then she turns her head down to Pick, and she just kind of glares at this thing. I've got an important question.
Yeah.
I don't think it specifies in my thing how often can I use the fire attack. Because I saw both like short rest and 3 times a day on it.
Short rest for which ability? Sorry.
My fire breath.
Yeah, you don't have it right now. I think it's once per short rest.
Okay, I want to know if it was once. I want to know if it was short rest or times per day, because I've said both stuff online for that.
What does your ability say? Because I don't remember which we decided on.
It doesn't actually say. That's why I'm asking.
Okay.
Oh, let's see. I think it's this part. I think it's Celestial Hearts.
Sorry, I'm also building a thing for Ordeith really fast because one of his spells is not actually in his attack thing, which is that's my bad. Range.
Here's okay.
Oh, my bad.
Rule of
Sorry.
lawyer.
No, you're good. Yeah.
Wait, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry, I'm just doing 2 things at once.
Okay. So I don't know if my microphone was working. Okay, so here's an idea. Hear me out. 2 times per day plus my level.
Oh, that's a lot.
Right now that would only be 3 per day for that kind of attack. And it's not, as you can see, it's not always super effective. Not an immediate, Short rest, I will probably get to do it more often, but per day would be more often one per fight.
We'll go for this. We'll say it's your proficiency bonus every long rest. So what that means is you have 1 more.
Okay, I like that. Let me.
This is how you got so many abilities, guys.
I'm putting this.
He talks me into this. It's the older brother thing. He's just like, well, look, hear me out. What if I had a breath weapon and wings?
You may.
Because that's not OP. Thankfully, you rolled terrible on your stats, so it balances out.
So is it once plus proficiency bonus, or is it proficiency bonus per short rest?
Proficiency bonus per long rest. So you have 1 more until you take a long rest.
Okay. This.
And Ordeith, I think I did that correctly. I think I correctly implemented. That is one of your attacks, but you can always cast it from the spells menu as well.
All right. Well,
okay, cool.
Pika's in a lot of danger right now, though.
Pika is really hurting.
I'm going to. What's my flight speed again?
It should be on your sheet.
It's like 20 feet or something, right?
Your speed is 30 feet. There's no difference specified for fly, so you have 30 feet of fly.
I think it's the same. Yeah,
I think I just did 30 for you.
Okay, I'm gonna rush over to Peck. Here's what I'm gonna do.
I was worried we'd run out of content for this, guys. This is.
I'm gonna take out my scythe.
Okay.
It's gonna kind of light up all cool blue blade there. And I'm gonna my tusk's gonna do athletics.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use this.
Didn't you use that last round actually?
The last time I did, I think you're right.
You have to pick a different skill.
What else am I good at?
You got to branch out. What's Mariel in this moment? This is narrative.
Okay.
Theater kid junk.
I have a lot of minuses to things.
You do.
Here, I'm going to. She's having this moment right now.
Right.
Where she actually is quite excited because she feels this kind of divine connection she could see to
Right.
Ordeith there,
Mhm.
Ordeith, right? And so she's like, oh my gosh, this is why, because she doesn't. Her big thing is she doesn't actually know which deity made her, right? And this is like one of kind of her sub quest, right?
Right.
Trying to figure this out. And so she's having this connection with her deity, whoever it is. So I'm gonna roll religion, and I'm
Go
gonna
for
use
it.
this to kind of pass over a prayer for Pick's protection. So I'm gonna pass the stunt on to. Actually, no, because I really need to take it out right now. It needs to die. So I'm actually gonna use it. And I'm gonna use this to. I'm gonna say a quick prayer and then just rush at it,
Okay.
spinning around as I to try to chop it up.
All right. Dive bomb barrel roll.
Oh crud!
Okay. So you don't get the stunt. You can still roll attack though.
If it's a crit fail, does that do anything?
No. You pray, and then you're like, whoever you are, whether or not you care about me, maybe you don't, and then you feel kind of depressed, but you're swinging to attack anyway.
Is there God? You there?
Wow, this is getting too close to home, man.
This is supposed to be escapism, guys. Okay.
And I'm going to let's see here, scythe. I think.
Yep. Go for it.
Here we go.
19 hits. Roll damage.
Okay, and I just hit the button to again to roll damage.
Yeah,
Right?
you just hit the scythe in the bottom right, the little word scythe. 7 slashing. You swoop down and swipe off its head, and it falls down dead in a pool of mire.
I just kind of turn to Pick, and I've got like goo dripping out of my hair or something. I'm like, you okay?
I'm good.
I'm within pickpocketing range now, by the way. I'm right
Yeah,
next to him.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Mariel, that's your turn. The winged larva is dead. We're down to 2 enemies. One of which is the Shepherd's Bane, everybody's best friend. The
Shepherd's
Shepherd's
pie.
Bane is so freaking mad right now. At Ordeith specifically. So it's going to yeah, this looks bad. Let's use this. Does a 15 hit?
It does
It's
not.
Oh, you're so
Nice.
lucky.
Nice.
It opens its distended jaws, which you've already kind of broken, and it rips open part of its torso to try to snap down on you, but you leap backwards, and because you already knocked off one of its skulls, its jaw isn't working properly, and you're able to slip out and escape as it tries to munch on you. All right, Ordeith. Oh, no, no, I'm getting out of Kai, finally, it's Kai time again. It's Kai time that it came around.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Which
You are
of
blessed.
the
You have blessed right now.
cool. Which of the 2 Mire monsters looks like they're like the best off? Would you
Oh yeah,
say?
which one's feeling its best self? Definitely the Puddle of Hands.
Okay. I'm gonna try and shoot the puddle of hands because that seems like it'll be effective. Totally.
All right, little sniper action.
I think my bless actually doesn't work right now because I think I lost concentration, right?
Did you take damage?
I did earlier in an earlier round.
Yeah, we'll say no, it's no longer in effect because yeah, we used it for a while, but we can stop. Well, we'll let Kai use it one last time out of fairness because other people have this round. Okay, right. Both remaining monsters are restrained. Thank you for reminding me. What stunt would you like to use, Kai, to kind of get an edge on these monsters that are entangled in vines? Which I just realized if they're restrained, I don't think it could even try to attack you, Ordeith. I apologize. I should have made a note. Oh wait, I think it gets disadvantage on attack rolls. I think
Well,
that's
it
how
missed
it works.
anyway.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay.
It would have been the lowest, and so since it missed anyway.
All right. So Kai, I'm sorry. I feel like I keep getting distracted from you, Kai, but you're important to the story. What stunt do you want to use? What skill?
Again, just to still try and stay out of sight of the monster so I don't invoke its ire, so to speak.
Well, I think you used that last round, didn't you?
Oh, did I? I probably did. Then
That bothersome little rule. Got to push you to think more about the character or something. I don't know if that's the intention.
alrighty. Now I have to think. Well, I did try and see which one was looking better off, so I might roll perception for that
Oh
one.
yeah,
yeah.
that's perfect. That's perfect. Yep, that succeeds. What bonus you want?
Probably to attack. Add it to the attack roll, because
Fantastic. Go ahead and roll your attack.
that is a 10 plus
Plus
stuff.
2. Let's take a little peeksy peek at. Did you say you were going after Puddle of Hands?
Yes.
That just hits thanks to your stunt.
Okay.
You like
Awesome.
kneel down into archery stance. You see you're 30 feet away. It's really low to the ground, but you can see the puddle of hands kind of all tied up and tangled and gooey in the vines, and you fire off towards the heart of it. Go ahead and roll damage. That's 5.
Plus,
Go ahead.
plus
Sorry.
2 because of favorite enemy.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
Mire monsters would be my favorite enemy.
Yeah, you're right. Mire
Nice.
husks.
Good call.
Thank you for reminding me. It does a good chunk of damage. It impales a bunch of hands that kind of fall apart formless. Definitely a big chunky hit on the puddle of hands. And that brings us back to you, Pick. You no longer feel very blessed, but you're here. And that's what matters.
All right. What is the nearest object that is larger than me?
Mariel.
Or person.
Yeah,
Mariel, I'm
Mariel's
right next to
there.
you. Before
There's
10.
also the rock that Kai is hiding behind. So there's a rock and there's an angel. It's up to you.
All right. I am going to hide behind the angel's wings. In fact, I'm going to hide in the angel's wings.
Okay.
And as I'm hiding in the angel's wings, I will take a secret quaff. Not exactly, but I am going to use a. Does one use? How does one use an item? I just declared. I'm going to use the relic of restoration.
Oh, on yourself?
On myself.
Perfect. I forget how to.
Don't know how to do that.
Okay, hang on. Let me look at the handout. Okay, you need to roll 3d4 plus 2.
My goodness, that's a lot. Okay, roll.
I'm glad I gave you guys so much Healy stuff.
Yeah, no joke.
Okay, so that's an 8.
So I'm going to add 8 to my hit points.
Yep, you slip out this secret relic that no one else really glimpses, this little golden glint, and you take a sip of the luminous liquid and you drain it, and you just feel like the gash across your chest just closes up, and you no longer feel like you're about to die, which is a great feeling.
Do I notice?
Roll perception. Why not?
Do I need to roll stealth? Because I am trying to do this secretively.
Go for it. Why not? Sure. Yeah, you don't notice. Mariel, you have no clue what's going on.
As usual.
So I'm hiding in your wing.
Yeah.
Drinking out of a secret flask.
Yeah, everything's perfectly normal. As usual, I would say it goes over your head, but actually it's under your head in this case.
Yep.
And I believe that's your turn, Pick.
Oh yeah, that's definitely my turn.
So now we're going on to Takeen, who has really proved just not the man we thought he was. He's restrained, so he needs to roll a strength check, if I recall correctly, to break out, and I just clicked on the wrong thing, and I've left roll 20. What was it?
Correct. It's a strength check.
Yeah, and I believe it's against your spell save, right?
Yeah,
I would guess.
A 13.
That's right. And he rolls he rolls a natural 20. He slips free of the vines.
Nice.
And he still has an action left, because that was his movement. So he's gonna use his multi-attack, and he's going to make 2 melee attacks on the puddle of hands. Did we lose somebody?
Nope. Sorry, you're not doing it. Sometimes if my microphone plays, there's a delay, and so I leave and come back.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're fine. He makes 2 swipes with his lucky dagger. One hits as he plunges through these restrained vines, and actually, I just realized that attacks have advantage, and he's doing 2 attacks, so he gets to roll 4 times.
Oh my god.
That was not my intention. I just realized that. Temmerlinck, as you bind down these hands with the vines, Takeen goes to freaking town. He hits it 3 times. For 6, 7. Oh my gosh, for a lot of damage. Okay, let me take a little peeksy peek at what's our HP like. Okay, he gets it down to 1 hit point. These stupid hands, so gross. There's like 1 hand left in the vines. Okay, that's Takeen's turn. Now it's Lullivander's turn. I know exactly what I'm doing, and I'm not scared at all. He's gonna give Bardic Inspiration to you, Kai. You can do this. You seem good at stuff. So that's a D6 Bardic Inspiration die that
Oh
you
wait,
get to
actually,
have.
you can't do this. You don't
That's
seem
a
good at
lie.
stuff.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm getting out
Can't
of
do
character.
this.
You can't see this.
You
don't.
can't do this. You're terrible. No one thinks you're good at this, and I don't believe in you.
But you feel
It's a bardic
inspired anyway.
uninspiration dice.
Yeah. You feel inspired by his clumsy attempts at being encouraging. Temmerlinck, you're up.
All right. So the puddle of hands is down to 1 hit point, and the shepherd's bane is injured, but that's the more capable enemy, right?
For sure. Yeah.
All right. I am going to use my okay. I'm going to be racking my brain for everything I know about the Maya and doing an Arcana check for the stunt.
Perfect. That succeeds. What do you want to take for your bonus?
I'm going to bonus to attack,
All right.
and I'm going to whirl my monk's spade around my head and try and stab or slash at the shepherd's bane.
Fantastic. Go ahead and roll to attack. 11, but +2. I forget its AC. Yep, that just hits. And you crash your monk's spade between the 2 top skulls that are left. Go ahead and roll damage. You click on the
that's
name of the weapon in the chat.
That's what that is. I was wondering what his staff was.
It's a monk's spade. It's basically a weaponized spade with a crescent blade on the back end.
That is really cool.
I
was
love
wondering.
it. That's awesome.
I don't know, because I remember in the recording it didn't show up on Dwango's that your icon was a Lego guy on his, a Lego thing, but on my end it's the drawing you did.
Yes, it's the drawing I did. I changed it out.
So Blue, all you got to do is click on the name of the weapon in the chat in the bottom right
Okay, so
to roll damage.
All right.
That does 6 damage. You drive deep into the upper 2 skulls that are left, and oh boy, it is not looking good at all. This deep, you gouge deep, and this black mire dribbles down from the roof of its mouth. All right. And I believe that's your turn, Temmerlinck. Mariel, you're up.
All right.
I should roll with advantage on that attack because
Oh
it's a
yeah,
strength.
you're right, but you hit anyway, so it's okay. Unless you want to roll again and see if you crit, but
Yeah, let's see if we crit. Might as well.
might as well. Yeah, go ahead.
No.
In your head, you're like, actually, that was better than I thought. I hit it
Yeah.
harder, more skillfully than I thought I did. Mariel, you're up.
All right. I am going to this is my. All right. Here we go. How far am I away from I don't want to actually hit anybody. There's like 1 hand left and 1 skull left, is that right?
There's like 1 hand left, and there's the 2 skulls are badly split, so it's close to being down to 1 skull. It essentially is. We'll say that, yeah, you gouged
who's
out
around,
a skull.
Who's closest to which monster? I don't want to.
So Ordeith, Takeen, and Temmerlinck are all in front of the Shepherd's Bane and the Puddle of Hand, which are both restrained.
Is
So
there a direct line of sight that I can get if I move? Is there a direct line of sight that I can hit both?
Yeah, you can kind of like swoop down and do a laser kind of, like envisioning kind of like, okay, it's going to be 1 line here.
Okay. are any characters within 5 feet of each monster?
I mean, Takeen is. I think Temmerlinck probably is, and Ordeith probably is as well.
Cred. Okay. Okay.
Close quarters combat.
Yeah, see, so I probably shouldn't do the as awesome as it would be, I could burn them both. I would probably hurt the party a lot too, which would not be good, especially for my character, which is she's supposed to be protecting people
You're
here.
a guardian angel with carpet bombs. I feel like there's some
Yeah, this
conflict
might
of
be.
interest.
Yeah. So I'm gonna
I've
just
points to probably tank it, but
let's see here. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out my lawn sword. I'm gonna like two-handed attack.
Okay.
How come I have a one hand and two hand that are identical?
Two-handed
Oh,
should
one
do.
D10. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like two-handed does more damage.
So I'm gonna just grab my lawn sword. Right, I'm gonna
Okay.
switch weapons. I don't know if that's an action or not.
You can switch one weapon for free each turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna swap to two-handed, and I'm going to charge the it's the what's it called? Shepherd's.
The Shepherd's Bane.
Okay, that's the skull thing, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna
Go on,
charge
skull
it,
ladder.
and I'm just gonna light my sword on fire and just attack.
Okay, go ahead and roll attack. That hits. Roll damage. All right, can you describe to me as you destroy the Shepherd's Bane and slay it?
I'm going to Mariel just kind of glares at it, and then she gets this kind of mischievous smirk, and then she just pulls out the sword and just falls like a comet and runs like with both swords. The blades hit. I mean, one sword. The sword hits both skulls. I just land like right in front of them, and the sword right in front of me.
And you smash what's left of its head, and its bones and remaining flesh collapse in this blaze of celestial flame, blue fire, and falls down sizzling and steaming among the smoldering vines. And it is dead. Kai, you're up. All that's left is the puddle of hands.
Step on it.
Alright. That's kind of what I was thinking of doing, because it's, if I remember correctly, it's like one hand at this point.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I was thinking about the same thing, just walking up and squashing it.
Yeah, it's puddle of hand. So you can move up and do a melee attack if you like.
I might go with my short sword just in case.
Be safe.
Sure.
So I will.
Run up to this vine patch, and I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
you attack with advantage. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but it makes no difference because Wren, describe to me as you kill the puddle of hand.
Emerges from behind this boulder, puts her bow away, and walks up to this writhing single hand that's just grasping weakly at these vines. And she glares at it, takes out her short sword, and just cuts it in half.
And it just melts, it loses all solidity, and this kind of pool of mire just falls down in it and kind of steams and just sort of seethes out of existence. And you guys have won the combat encounter.
No one died.
No one died. No one even got infected with mire, which was a really high possibility, and I was really nervous it would happen. All right. You're now out of combat. You're free to move and talk as you like. As you're kind of the silence hangs for a moment, out from the caravan, doopa-doopa-doo, come a
Ooh,
they
berries.
oh yeah, Temmerlinck, go ahead and describe as I'm looking something up.
I am casting Goodberry with my remaining spell slot and materializing 10 berries basically from my hand, I believe. They're going to kind of grow out of my hand. They are infused with magic, and each one restores 1 hit point.
Nice.
Who do you give them to, Temmerlinck?
Who is most injured?
I mean,
Mariel
no
goes,
one
"I'm
actually
fine."
saw me heal, so everyone would probably assume I'm in pretty bad shape. I'm going to very overtly walk over and hold up 3 fingers.
You get 3 then.
All right, thank you so much. I will walk away. And I'm going to walk, my character, Pick, is going to walk straight toward the caravan without making any effort to be stealthy, just literally walking straight for the caravan.
Cool. As you're munching these berries, which taste a little bit faintly of cinnamon and petrichor, out from the caravan, like
What's petrichor taste like?
what it smells like. One of the doors, like kind of locked doors in these sort of caravan style wagons where it's an enclosed like box. One of them opened, and out comes a Furbolg merchant. She is kind of clad in reasonably not like super expensive, but reasonably well off clothes, kind of a nice dress and long coat. And behind her comes, excuse me, this dwarf kind of behind her, hefting a little cudgel. He's also wearing similar attire, sort of a nice vest and some, well-made trousers. And just these are not commoners, or these are reasonably well-off people. And they step out, and the first one to speak is the Furbolg. Are they all gone?
I bow
I
in their
think-
general direction because I should be closest. I walked right toward them.
You are closest, Pick.
Nod without saying a word.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my quarterstaff and just kind of like lean on it pretty gently.
I'm gonna.
Look at the furball, blink real slowly. It certainly seems that way.
Oh,
I take that opportunity to slide to the side out of vision.
all right. Go ahead and roll stealth.
Perceive pick.
Yeah, okay, we're back to this. Go ahead and roll perception. You see Pick disappear under the cart. The merchants do not notice at all. They just stand there looking like idiots in the context. The Furbill goes, I can't. Gods be praised! I can't thank you enough. We thought we were done for. None of us are really fighters. Oh, well, we lost our guard so early on. Oh, we have to reward you. Who are you, heroes?
I would approach because I'm supposed to be in charge of this operation, apparently.
Oh,
And
Feathered Wanderer.
yeah, we were sent from Adelaide Shifta to come and find you because you weren't responding.
Oh,
We're late.
oh,
Well, I'm gonna pipe up and be like, well, I don't know these folks myself, but I happened upon them facing these mire creatures, and they looked like they needed a hand.
oh,
I myself, I'm just out here wandering, enjoying nature.
I'm gonna fly up all excited to Ordeith, and she's kind of like flushed from flight, like if you were riding a bike. Hi, she's kind of out of breath. I'm Mariel. What's her name? And she puts her hand up.
Well, hello, young one. My name is Ordeith, and I put up my paw, hand, foot, whatever.
She goes. She's one of those like grab us with both hands, pumping like handshakes. It is so great to meet you. I've been looking for you. Oh, that sounds kind of creepy. And she kind of looks at Temmerlinck for help, like if she can explain.
With a mild look of surprise, just, oh, is that so? Why would you be looking for me?
Well, you see, I was can you
yeah. I
turn
don't know.
muffling a
The
bit more?
echo just suddenly kicked up in a big way.
So what I do is I look over to Ordeith and I explain. Basically, I was sent by my god or goddess to help guide and guard um some select souls, and I can tell that we have a connection. You're one of the ones I'm meant to look after.
Is that so? Well, I guess time will tell, won't it?
Oh, should I try to be convincing?
You can roll persuasion if you want to
Yeah, like
make a
how
better impression.
I seem like a kid who's like playing and kind of weird, or
14 persuasion. She sounds reasonably legit, Ordeith, but as with any sort of contested psychological check between players, whether or not you believe her is still up to you.
Right.
Uh,
I'd say I'm not disbelieving necessarily, but I'm not one to put full stock in something right away. So
healthy skepticism here.
time will tell.
all right. Temmerlinck, what's your reaction to this stranger and to the caravan and so forth?
I
Sorry.
turn to Ordeith and say thank you for your help. It was invaluable.
Oh, happy to be of help. And then I actually want to do an insight check on Temmerlinck just to kind of see
Go for it. Temmerlinck.
what I can figure out. Just because I've seen him use nature magic a couple times, and it's something that I'm curious about.
So we're going to do a little thing here. We're going to do the complicated thing. Temmerlinck, if you go to the top of your sheet, you should see a button that says 2GM or 2DM, something like that. So your roll can be secret. And you can roll either persuasion or deception, depending on if you're trying to hide something.
All right. Okay. There we go.
All right. Ordeith, go ahead and roll me insight.
Which is here.
Ooh.
All right. Wow. Okay. So, Ordeith, you get a pretty good kind of eye on this guy. On the one hand, he's really hard to read. Like, genuinely, it doesn't feel like he's giving you anything to go on. But with a 19, you're reasonably clear. You get a vibe for this guy. You think he's definitely a druid. Does not seem to be of the scheming or conniving sort. I don't know if you want to add anything, Blue.
Yeah, that's fair. No, definitely not of the scheming. Almost the opposite, in fact.
So, kind of picking up on this nature vibe that I'm getting after this, quick look up and down. I just wanna, I don't know. Is there like hand speak in Druidic?
Sure,
Ooh.
I love that. There's hand speak in Druidic. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say greetings in Druidic hand speak to Temmerlinck.
Okay, I
Druid sign.
I greet him in response in the same language, in the same hand speak.
You guys kind of have
And
this.
then I just look around at the group and kind of see what's going to happen next.
I'd like to let's see.
Well,
I'd
so
like
go
to
ahead, Blue.
turn to people in the caravan and ask if there is anyone injured that could take a good berry. That
Oh,
needs to
that's so kind of you. And the furbolg kind of looks sideways at the dwarf. The dwarf kind of steps forward. Name's Dringer Clonk. Thankfully, you guys got here in such nick of time. I mean, no one even got hurt. We battened down the hatches. I mean, if you'd come a minute later, they would have broken in. Nobody's hurt, at least not those of us who made it this far. And this is yes, I'm Nelsa Rosa, the merchant. This is merchant delivery. Thank you again so much. And she turns to Kai. I believe you said you were the one from Adelaide Skifta.
We were sent from Adelaide Skifta, and I was sent with this kind of ragtag crew here to find you guys and help bring you back.
Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Here, they both kind of scrounge in their pockets. It's not much, but it's the best we can do. Feel free to divvy this up as is appropriate. Nelsa Rosa and Dringer Clock both hand you a combined 50 gold pieces. So you get 50 gold pieces in total. You can split those among the party as you see fit, Kai, because you're technically in charge. And they don't fully understand. They kind of look sideways. The Skifta is like skiff. Yeah, it's a little confusing.
I was wondering if it was like ecclesiastical Latin. Okay, sorry.
No, it's more Old Englishy. But anyway, sorry, brain fart. Ordeith. They kind of look sideways at you, and Nelsa Rosa looks a little nervous. Like, oh, and do share some with this lovely gentleman. I know he said he wasn't in your company, but it seems the will of Teagartha brought you all together. You're all heroes. Do you have a
Well,
name? Who are you all?
I'm Ordeith. I'm wandering these parts. If you have wounded, I'm happy to heat water and help in first aid.
Oh, that's extremely kind, but thankfully none of us are really injured. As they kind of come out behind them, there's an elf who
Oh wait, I just thought of something.
is
Sorry, keep going.
sort of dressed in silk, but not of an especially expensive weave, and it's kind of worn at the elbows and stuff, like she's been working in it. And there is a tiefling in immaculately tailored clothes, this collared jacket, and these sort of very fine trousers, and just this kind of perfect, very fashionable clothes. And they both come out. And then behind them, kind of looking nervous, peering out, is a little tabaxi girl. So a little, basically, kitten girl kind of peers out around the door frame. But none of them seem to be injured. So, go ahead,
would we
Ordeith.
be able to help prepare your caravan so you might move out of these dangerous area?
Oh, that's very kind of you. You could at least help us sort of get started again. We'll have to hunt down the horses, but hopefully they haven't strayed too far. We cut them loose when the mire came so that they wouldn't get infected. If any of you are skilled in animal handling, perhaps you can locate them.
Because
I actually,
Um,
yeah, I can roll an animal handling check.
Go for that, Ordeith. What's that, Mariel?
oh whoa, you Makara, that's a really cool listing.
Ordeith, you very quickly, kind of scanning the barren countryside around you, are able to tell not only where the horses have fled to, kind of this layer in kind of the shelter of a small shallow crater, but you're able to easily lead them back, much to the effusive thanks of the caravan members. And Kai, Ordeith, Temmerlinck, kind of all of you actually. Well, they don't know where Pick is, but the tiefling, she kind of draws you aside a little bit away from the two main merchants, and she goes, "Really, you did a phenomenal job. I think. Are you familiar with the Stellar Counselors?
I am.
Hold
Oh,
on.
are you?
Is Mariel? Hold on, let me history.
Roll history.
No. Nope.
I'm eavesdropping on this
Um,
conversation. May I roll a history check?
Absolutely.
Ooh, Wren, you know all about it, right?
Yes, so Kai, you know the certificated stellar counselors are a bureaucracy, a quasi-democratic bureaucracy of wizards who rule the city of Astrolabe, which is sort of the rival of Adelaide Skifta. It's across the Fathomless Chasms. It's sort of a university city. It's very focused on academics and education. A lot of people there worship the Florian or other stellar beings. Many also still worship Animos, the Titan who came from the stars, even though he's big and petrified over there, wrestling with the giant dragon on the horizon. One second, Mary, I'll get to you. You know that they engage in like a ridiculous sort of system of power sharing where they're all so bureaucratically constrained by magical contracts that none of them, hopefully, theoretically can exercise tyranny, but they also have a deeply dysfunctional gridlock government. But they're reasonably chill people when it comes to it, more or less like Adelaide Skefta. They just kind of, the two cities kind of hate each other. But you do know about them.
Lot and Fibber
Yeah. Mariel, if you want to roll Arcana or maybe use a Detect Magic,
I would, but I'm out of spell. I did detect magic, but I'm out of spell slots.
just roll Arcana then, see if you can get a vibe. What magic specifically? Just
Ooh,
for the Thorn Whip?
Arcana, I got 15. Well, I wanted to show because he's a thing, right? And I don't know if that's a secret or not.
All things are secrets.
Okay. So I remember
You know
hearing-
nothing.
I rolled 15.
You know 15. So what were you trying to understand again? Like the Thorn Whip magic that Ordeith
No,
used?
what Ordeith? What exactly kind of magic user he is?
With a 15 Arcana, you can tell the nature vibe's definitely Druid.
Mm-hmm.
That's about all you can get. He might be a little bit of an unusual druid, but
there
so is
something-
Temmerlinck.
Is there something going on? Because
You see no reason to really be suspicious.
right,
No,
who's the guy who has? Who's the guy who
brother,
who's
brother,
Meyer
brother,
infected?
brother.
Our guy is Meyer infected though. Remember we got
Oh
one.
yes,
We got Laura.
yes. Thank you. I totally forgot.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And I was wondering. I mean, I'm trying to get him healed. That's kind of.
Oh yes, that's Lullavander the merman. He's hanging back because he knows if he gets too close to these people, they're gonna flip out. Um,
Okay, well,
Will a
Mariel
goodberry
stuff.
do for Maya?
what's that, Temmerlinck?
Will a goodberry do anything for his Maya infection?
You can roll me a medicine or nature or arcana check to think about that.
I will roll Arcana. Why not? Still on 2GM. Hang on. Here we go. Let's go public.
Oh
I'll
yeah,
do it
yeah, no worries. You got the same roll, 15, which is fun. You know that while Goodberry heals health, Meyer infections are a kind of disease, and they're not affected by healing spells of that nature.
Okay.
Can I discreetly search the caravan for a cleric?
You can
I roll?
roll stealth and then perception, I guess.
I'm already here, so I can roll perception.
Both of you do that.
Why is it did the heavy armor thing? What was that?
Oh, you were wearing? Have you wearing heavy armor?
I shouldn't be. I've got the proficiency for it, but I don't have heavy armor on me.
Weird. Anyway,
That chainmail is that heavy armor?
it might. I believe that counts as chainmail gives you disadvantage on stealth because it rattles.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Can I not fly then?
no, you can fly. It's only chainmail.
Okay.
As Mariel, you flap around and make just the most noise that anyone has ever made.
I'll just looking anyway.
You find, you find nothing. You just are wandering around, making the little tabaxi girl kind of nervous. She kind of stares at you, like somewhere between awed and nervous. Like I've never seen someone with freaking wings, but they're just a chaos.
Like hi, like just like a wave and then.
I can
one
see the
looking in
kitten wanting to play
eventually.
with the wings.
Yeah, she's like, her eyes are like batting back and forth at like the feathers. Like there's an instinct in her that wants to get the bird, but she knows not to, obviously. Hello.
Mariel is like straight up just like looking under wagons. She has no idea where it's like.
My name's Trina. Who are you?
Oh, I'm Mariel. I'm looking for. Do you know any clerics around here?
No, I don't know anybody. I don't have parents.
Oh, you don't. Oh, you're an orphan.
I just was hitching a ride because they're supposed to be going to a city, and those are safer.
Oh, cool. I mean, not cool about you're an orphan, but cool about the hitchhiking.
Do you have angel parents?
Oh yeah, I've got one. Well, not angel parents. I was just kind of created ex nihilo.
Who's that?
I don't know yet. I'm trying to find out. And
why do you know his name is ex nihilo?
No, that's just this means I was made from like I was kind of sprouted from his or her or their energy. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out my deity.
What? That sounds gross.
You should go. You know who I should bring you to?
Yes,
Can I do an
Ordeith.
investigation check? I'm gonna look around and see if I can find like a flower or a leaf bud that hasn't opened yet, like a closed flower, something that survived the moon rain.
Okay, go ahead and roll me nature or investigation. I'll take either. With an 11 nature, you are able to find a seed of rapidly growing, like it's a rapidly budding flower that hasn't sprouted yet, but it's like almost like a wildfire flower where it's buried a bit in the earth and it's used to the moon blood falling and it's like preparing to sprout up and kind of
cool.
regreen the plain.
A lot of the flora is kind of like rapidly regrowing just because it has to be.
Exactly.
So then I'm gonna use my druidcraft cantrip and I'm gonna make it bloom into a little flower and I'm gonna give it to the little tabaxi girl.
All right, this little flower kind of blooms up out of the ground. It's sort of red-petaled, rapidly growing. Sort of they call it a blood blossom, but it's not a very nice name for a pretty flower. And you pick it and you bring it to the little tabaxi girl, who kind of shyly takes it and smells it, and she looks at it kind of with wonder because flowers aren't as common in this world as they are in ours.
While this is happening, as she's
Yes.
slightly distracted, I am going to.
Cleric, right?
What's that?
You're looking for a cleric, right?
No, I got distracted as soon as I heard the tabaxi's tail. I have removed a small ball of yarn from my bag of crap from the
All right.
shop of my
Yeah.
parents, and I am going to pocket a small ball of yarn into the tabaxi's pack.
All right, go ahead and roll sleight of hand. She has no clue.
And I
She
slink
nat
back.
one.
I slink right back underneath the cart.
Mariel didn't notice either.
No, Mariel doesn't notice anything. We're gonna pan back over for a minute to Kai and Temmerlinck.
Temmerlinck notices.
Temmerlinck, you kind of seeing through the door of the wagon, you totally clock this happening. You don't actually, for once, Kai, you're distracted by this tiefling talking to you both.
Ordeith is vibing.
Yeah, she's this hang on, I have a description of this, don't I? No, I don't. Never mind. So this tiefling in very nicely tailored clothes is talking to you. I believe Temmerlinck and Kai are the ones who stayed outside and didn't go poking around.
Yes.
You know the certificated counselors. I know you say you already know them. Did I hear that your name was Temmerlinck?
Yes.
And you are. She turns to Kai.
Hi, Kai Desu.
Kai Deslu. I think the counselors could make good use of the talents of not just you, Temmerlinck, but of all of these individuals. Would you be interested in potentially heading to Astrolabe as opposed to Skifta? I'm sure this caravan can get on its way on its own now, since you've cleared out these monsters. It's just a quick jaunt over the Armstad Bridge, and I think there'd be some very well-paying work in that direction.
Willing to consider it, but I have work that I need to finish doing back in Adelaide Skifta.
Of course. I will accompany the caravan. You'll know where to find me. My name is Candy Paya. I'm a tailor.
Meet you, Candy Paya.
Very nice to meet you as well. So, guys, do you follow the caravan then, or if you hook the horses back up, do you follow the caravan then back to uh, the city?
Before
Yeah,
we go,
I'm gonna follow the caravan back to the city, kind of regardless of what the rest of the group is doing. I'm just kind of making sure they get back to where they're going safely.
Oh, and you were gonna say before we go, Kai, what's up?
I wanted to take Takin aside and talk to him briefly.
Oh, yes. Hello, Kai. I was Kai, yes?
Yes, Takin, I'm willing to make a deal with you.
Oh.
How good are you at disguises?
I am rather quick-handed, and I have a friend who is an even better hand who happens to be accompanying us.
Situation. You're expected back in Adelaide Skifta, and obviously you don't want to do that.
Yeah,
And we need to get someone into Adelaide Skifta without them being noticed. I kind of nod towards Mr. Merman over there. I forget.
Yeah, he kind of looks over at Lullavander, who's hanging at the very back of the caravan, being like, "Oh my gosh, wait, I can't follow them because people who are infected aren't allowed in the city." Yes, of course, absolutely. I'll tell you what. I'll see if I can find Pick. Pick with your high perception roll. You can kind of tell that Takin is looking for you.
Now, of course, this is a long-standing gag, so I am going to attempt to stealth behind Takin.
Absolutely, go for it. He's
And
going to roll perception. What was that, Kai? Sorry.
I am also perceiving Pick.
Yep, she sees.
It continues. Okay, stealth. Without even having to roll, Takin actually sees you for once because of his passive perception is 15. Just as you're seeing it behind him, he turns around and goes, "Ah, Pick, so good to see you."
I, of course, as is typical, anytime I'm very cat-like in this regard. Anytime there's any possibility I might be doing something slightly underhanded, but I want to appear that I am not, I'm going to just look blankly and stare down. Blink, blink. What?
Yes, Pick. our good mer-tailed friend over there, our fish friend, he has a little blue vein problem, a problem that starts with the letter M and ends with Aya, and Kai here would like to smuggle him into the city to see if we can get him into a cleric I happen to
Before
know.
Takeen even finishes the sentence, you see the slightest hint of a wink, and Pick is already off to
Lollavander.
yeah, with a disguise kit in hand. What shall I? Well, when I arrive, I will glance over at them. Has Lollavander heard any of this conversation?
No, Lollavander is looking scared at the back of the caravan. He looks up at you and goes, "Oh, that was not awesome at all. And it wasn't the most incredible thing I've ever seen, and I'm not eternally grateful."
So I am going to attempt to be very persuasive with very few words. You see Pick hold up a finger to his mouth and pull out a disguise kit, point at a rock, and point at him, and then point at the rock again. Like, sit.
Lollavander sits down on his tail on the rock, kind of behind it so other people can't see. It's got like a kind of a protrusion further back. It's not chair-shaped, but he sits on the lower part of it. Pick, would you please roll me a disguise kit roll, which I believe is sleight of hand? 11. With that, look, Lollavander, if someone looked really closely, they could tell something's wrong with him, but he doesn't look mire infected, at least. He looks reasonably, like, you might still want to put a hood on him, but at a glance, people are not going to be able to tell. He just looks like a merman.
Alrighty. I shrug and walk away.
No, thank you.
Not on my way out.
Okay. What's the kid's name? Have I asked actually?
She said her name was Trina de Ordeith, but you don't know that yet.
Oh, wait. She said that, but I don't know that.
Well, you let's say you overheard it. Let's not. It's not homework.
Okay. Okay. So here's the thing. I know that the Feathered Wanderers are all into like impulsive adoption, which is why I'm even a Feathered Wanderer.
Yes.
Because what happened was I fell into the field. It made a nice big crater. And of Drogel's herding area, like grazing grounds. That crater, I was just wondering, that crater that the horses were hiding around, is that the same one we were just in, or are there a lot of craters around?
There's a lot of craters around.
Okay. What caused all these? Do I actually know?
Roll history.
Maybe was it from the Titan War? 0.
Mariel, you got no clue. Temmerlinck, you know it was from the Titan War.
It was, clearly the craters have always been there.
With a 15, you would recall that when the primal seal was torn asunder between the two titans, it released a tremendous amount of magical energy that wreaked havoc upon the world, in addition to other scars from other magical weapons in the conflict between the followers of Animos and the followers of Teogartha. You remember all that.
All right. Explain this to Mariel.
Yes, Temmerlinck?
I explain the.
Oh, you tell her. Sorry, I didn't quite hear what you said. Okay.
Yeah, my microphone's somehow not picking up sometimes.
Oh yeah, no worries.
Okay, so I remember this impulsive adoption thing. So what I do is she winces a bit, takes out one of her pinion feathers, and tucks it in what's her name again? Trina? Trina's behind like her ear, like a token. Okay, so what you need to do, well, how far are we again? How far are we as far as like...
Oh, to your father's abode? Not far at all. He lives in the Vulture Grounds, and that's the locale you guys are in. But the caravan isn't heading his way.
How much smaller than me is she?
Reasonably smaller.
Okay, I'm gonna say, hey, I think I know a place where you could stay and maybe help out too.
Okay.
So if it's okay,
are you from God?
Yeah, but one of them. So I reach out.
Is Ex Nihilo nice?
I hope so. And so she goes and kind of like lifts her from under the armpits, and then she goes, "I'll be right back, guys." And then she flies up. Can I see how to get home from here?
I
Actually?
am gonna make you roll. I'm gonna say you know how to get home, but I am gonna make you roll a strength check
Oh, for lifting her up.
for carrying her the whole way.
Oh,
In
yeah. Okay.
addition to that, because she's small enough for you to lift, it's not like an adult. But like I need you to.
Yeah, this is one of the few things I'm good at.
You swoop her up and fly off in this angelic flight, and you guys just see Mariel just book it, off into the distance. And very briefly, we'll say Mariel, without taking too much time in an aside, you
Yeah, and one for
land.
the card you want.
Yeah, you land outside a blue and white pitched tent. You see your father, who is
Hey, I didn't die.
well, that's figured you wouldn't. I wasn't worried at all. He says. He looks terrified. He looks like he's been like sitting up, like just staring at the horizon. He's, for those who don't know, he's a short orange grung. He's like a frog person. He's got a blue phoenix mask and these ornaments, these little frill feathers, like a almost a mane.
I have a new like initiate, and I go and I set her on the feet right in front of it.
Oh, great, a replacement daughter.
Well, yeah, well, okay, it's not exactly how I.
Well, you're
worded it.
leaving me.
Well, only for a while. I'm going to be going off and helping them with whatever they need help with.
You're covered in gunk. What have you been doing?
Just fighting monsters.
Wait, you're gonna be my dad?
Yes. And
Wait, does that make you my sister?
Sure. And I go and I pat her on the head.
She gives you a hug.
Oh, okay. She's a little awkward. She's not used to this.
She takes a.
Struggle isn't one for like physical affection. So Mira doesn't have a lot of experience with it. She just kind of like pats with whatever.
She gives you like a long, unnecessarily long hug, and then she takes like a stray whisker that has fallen out, and she like gives it to you.
Oh, okay.
And then she goes and hugs Drogal, who just stands there like looking at you like, "What have you done to me?"
Anyway, I was figuring she could help out while I'm gone. I know obviously I was such a huge help while you were here.
Honestly, I've had a better time herding in like the hour and a half you've been gone than I have for the past like 4 years or something.
Well, and maybe she might be able to milk the
Dungamanes. You can't even remember the name.
I've been here for 2 years and I still get the name mixed up.
At least you wear pants.
I do now. Yeah, thank you for explaining that. And so.
What? So you take off in the middle of that?
Yeah,
and you fly back to the party.
I salute. I give a good little salute. Actually, no. Who am I saying? I give a good pat on the back to Drogal.
He gives you a little shoulder lean.
Yeah, and I fly. I give a little salute and I fly back.
Oh, they leave the nest so fast. You just catch them hearing that as you fly off. You back to the party, guys. You follow the caravan back onto the slopes of the great, enormous tail of the Titan Teagartha, the like hilly foothills of her tail, and you go up toward the lighthouse beacons of Adelaide Skifta as the sun begins to set, and you see all of the towers lit up like a constellation along the slopes of her tail on their slowly, imperceptibly wandering giant Titan worms, like drifting clouds almost, these black silhouettes lit by their endless torch flames, fallen stars. And as you come up, following the caravan into the gates, back into the safety of the city, we're going to call the session there. Guys, we did it. Thanks for playing.
No one died.
We did it.
No one died. I hope you all had fun.
I have questions.
Yes?
I was wondering this. The tail is still around, right?
Yes.
On the map there, that's where the tail is.
Mm-hmm.
Are the Titans? Are the rest of them like standing there or lying there? Like,
Yeah, they're just standing exactly more or less like that.
does that like block out the sun sometimes? Like how huge?
They're like small mountain-sized, kind of two giant petrified giants on the horizon at all times, grappling with each other.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's just always on the horizon.
So we can like climb up. We could like climb them. Or
correct. People generally don't because it's like considered, kind of taboo, and also there's a bunch of old magic around there. But yeah, they're visible behind you. The sun is actually setting, we'll say, kind of behind the fist and hand and like claws of the dragon that are stuck petrified where they were wrestling over the primal seal, and the orbital ring begins to shine more brightly as the sun goes down and the stars begin to come out. And we'll call that the end of the session.
You say.
I hope you had fun, Zach. I know it was kind of an unusual beginning to throw you straight into homebrewed combat.
Oh, definitely.
It was fun for sure. I look forward to the next get together.
Yeah, this has been great. I'm going to stop recording now. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for
I'll
that.
have to. Sorry.